Hi Libra, welcome to November. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. Before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month, we start the month off right on the heels of the full moon in Taurus, which is happening on the 31st of October. And then we have Mercury moving forward on the 3rd, Jupiter conjunct Pluto in Capricorn on the 12th, Mars will be moving forward on the 13th, and then we have a new moon in Scorpio on the 15th, 14th or 15th, depending on where you live. It's either the night of the 14th or the early morning of the 15th. So there's going to be a shift in energy this month as Mercury and Mars move forward, and opportunities for wealth and powerful change when Jupiter conjuncts Pluto. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what the cards say, and then we'll get into the astrology later. What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? And there could be some surprises. The full moon in Taurus is conjunct Uranus, so that always brings the unexpected. So what does Libra need to know about love and relationships for the month of November 2020? This month should be a little bit better than October. October was really difficult. We had a lot of really intense aspects. So hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel this month. So what does Libra need to know about love and relationships for the month of November 2020? The Eight of Cups, the Justice card, the Judgment, the Five of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Oh, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. I always forget that. So, the Eight of Cups, you're starting the month off thinking about walking away from something that was once good and is no longer fulfilling. It could be a love relationship that's, you're thinking of leaving a relationship. It could even be a career situation. Justice is here, so there could be some legal situation connected to it. Maybe you're waiting to hear the result of some type of an answer. You know, if you're applying for a job, you're waiting to hear what the result is going to be, or if you're ending a relationship, there could be some legal situation that needs to be worked out, because the Justice relates to finding like a fair outcome, and it's a resolution. So there will be a favorable outcome with the Justice card. It's also a card of karma, so you could be ending a karmic situation as well. If you felt like you've been involved in a difficult situation, I feel like your difficulties are ending. And it may involve major change. Because you have a lot of these major, like the Judgment and the Tower, followed by this Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. But let me go back to the present here. So with the Judgment, with the Justice, there'll be a fair outcome. Whatever the decision that is being made, it will be fair. And maybe you're trying to make a decision. You're the one making the decision, and you're wanting to be fair to all parties involved. You're wanting to do the right thing, whatever that is. But there's a part of you that's not feeling fulfilled with the Eight of Cups. And it's like, you know, I really need to do something else. I need to be in a situation where I feel really connected, where I feel, you know, it's really feeding my soul. So if you're, whatever it is, if it's a relationship that's just not doing it for you anymore, or even a career path, you might be looking for something new, or you might be moving on to something else, leaving something behind this month. Or at least, and with the Justice, you're wanting to have a fair outcome. You're not trying to get by with anything or anything like that, but you just want what's fair. You want to be treated fairly. You want to receive what's rightfully yours. You want to be fair with other people. I feel like something is ending, though. That there will be some major change, and you're wanting to rebuild your life in a different direction. So the Judgment card here, you've come to some type of an awakening. Most likely, this full moon in Taurus, conjunct Uranus, has brought a certain sudden awareness to you, where you're realizing, I have to make changes. I can't exist in the current situation. I have to, because that's what the Judgment is. The Judgment is about rebirth, waking up and taking action, and realizing, hey, I'm in this situation. It's not really where I need to be. It's not what I want, and I need to take action to make that change happen. I can't just sit around waiting for change. The Judgment is about being the agent of change in your life. And it often comes up when you change jobs, or you change your residence, like you move to a new location, or you end a relationship, move into a new relationship. You're just ready for change. Because you're waking up and you're feeling stronger, and you're coming into you're feeling more connected with yourself and your true needs, and so your needs are changing, and you can't put up with the old anymore because you're changing at a deep level. You have this Five of Swords energy in the recent past, so you could have been existing in a toxic environment or toxic situation and just dealing with it, putting up with it, trying to change it. With the Five of Swords, you have to accept this is not going to change. I have to cut my losses and move on. So, if you're trying to fix something that can't be fixed, whether it's a work situation or a relationship, you have to realize, like, I'm not going to fix it. I'm wasting my energy trying to change this situation. I have to leave it behind. So you're coming to that realization, and you're putting your energies into a new situation that will excite you, because I'm seeing this Eight of Wands means doors opening up, new opportunities coming. The Three of Wands, maybe you've planted some seeds just to see how things are going to turn out, and you're going to start to see results. So if you've been working toward a new goal, you're going to start to see results. Especially now that Mercury and Mars are going direct. That's going to shift the energy from stagnation to movement. When Mars is retrograde, we all feel we don't have the enthusiasm, we don't have the energy to pursue our goals. But as Mars comes online, things are going to start to shift. We're going to get out of that stuck energy. Now, you have the Five of Wands here, so you could be in a situation where there's a lot of competition. People are not working together. Maybe there's even internal conflict, like, what do I do? Like, a part of you wants to move on, but a part of you is conflicted. Like, I don't know, should I stay where I'm at, or should I move on? So you're struggling with that, and that could be the Justice is about balance, like finding the balance, trying to make a fair decision. So you could be struggling with a decision this month about walking away from something that's no longer serving you. And if you've been waiting a long time to see results, you have the Seven of Pentacles here. This is a card of planting seeds and waiting to see what's going to happen. You're going to start to see whatever you've planted is going to start to bear fruit. You're going to start to see growth and results. And a part of you is like, you have the Eight of Wands here, and it's in your negative thinking sector. So you're doubting that anything good is going to happen. You're doubting that opportunities are going to open up for you. But the Eight of Wands means, speed, journeys by air, arrows of love, opportunities opening up, things happening really quickly. And in some cases, you may feel like, oh, things are happening too quickly. I don't know, slow it down. I'm not ready for this. Maybe you're afraid of the changes because they're happening so fast. The Tower in your environment. You're going to be there are going to be big changes in your environment, whether it's your home life or your work environment. There could be restructuring going on where people are shifting into new positions. Or you could just decide, like, I'm going to, something is crumbling. I'm going to just let it crumble, and I'm going to rebuild from the ground up somewhere else. Because the Tower will release you from an oppressive situation. So if you're feeling that you're existing in something that's not really serving you, the Tower brings release. You may decide, I'm just going to quit this job and I'm going to start my own business. Or I'm going to leave this relationship and I'm going to go into it, into something new. Whatever it is that's been, you feel victimized, because with the Five of Swords, that's the card of victimization. Like you're dealing with people's hostility. Maybe you feel like you want to just work in an environment where people work together in harmony, not where everybody's competing against each other. So the Tower is going to bring some, especially around this full moon, it's a wake-up call. It's going to bring some knowledge that was hidden to the surface. And once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Once you realize, yes, I know what I need to do, you have to take action. You can't just you can't sweep it back under the rug. So you're going to take action this month. You're going to see the truth, and you're going to, it says seek the truth and the truth will set you free. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. So sometimes this card can represent, working in your own business, working independently. The Nine of Pentacles, or it could be that you're working in a job where you have autonomy, you have a lot of freedom and autonomy. People are just saying, you just do the work, report back to me. So if you're not working as your own person in your own business, you're working in a situation where you don't have a lot of supervision. And financially, you're going to do well. You're going to do okay, because the Nine of Pentacles is a card of financial success. But also, so for some of you who are not in a relationship, you may feel that, I've got all this, I've got a house, I've got money in the bank, I've got a good job, but I don't have a partner to share it with. I want to share my life with someone. So you're going to be wanting that connection. And you could get a message, because the hawk is here. The hawk usually represents messages. So a message may come in unexpectedly that can lead to a connection, a romantic connection. For those of you who are in a relationship, if you're not happy in the relationship, you may feel that, maybe you're staying in a relationship for security. Oh, it offers me security. I have this house, I have this wonderful life, but I'm really not happy. This relationship's not giving me what I need. So for some of you, you may decide, I need to be in a different relationship, or I need to be doing something else. Or it even could be a job. Maybe you're staying with a job because it pays well, but you don't really like the work that you're doing. In any case, the Ace of Wands is the outcome. So you have a new beginning on offer. And this is going to happen not so much now. I think it's going to be more in the spring of next year, of 2021. Like March, because the Ace of Wands as a time card is March, April, May. I think that right now you're waking up to the reality of your situation and what you need to do, and you need to make major change. And you're not going to exist if you're existing in a situation that's not giving you what you need. You're going to make changes, and there could be an opportunity that comes to get you out of a rut in the springtime. So don't lose hope, because I think that relief is on the way. You're going to wind up walking away from something and walking into something much better. So let's see. The full moon is happening in your 8th house, and the sun is in your 2nd house. So you're dealing with issues around finances and self-worth, money. Maybe there's some shocking surprise that comes out, because the 8th house has to do with inheritance, a partner's income, money that you get from a bank loan. So there could be some surprising developments if you're expecting money, like grant money or financial support in some way. There could be some surprises at this full moon that make you question, am I getting paid what I'm worth? Am I being valued by the people I love? Something is going to wake you up at this full moon. Mercury is in your 1st house, and it's squaring Saturn in the 4th. So you could be doing some serious thinking about your home life. Maybe your home life has become a burden, and there's just a lot of responsibility and a lot of work around the home when Saturn's in the 4th house. On the other hand, it could mean that you want to create more stability at home. If you don't have that, you're going to be working toward that. So that could mean like maybe moving, buying a house, settling, putting down roots. If you're thinking about signing any kind of contract, while Mercury was retrograde, it wasn't really a good idea. But now that Mercury's going forward, any kind of miscommunications or any kind of problems around negotiation and contracts are going to start to move forward as well. And it would be a better time to sign after Mercury goes direct than before. Venus is going to be moving in. Venus has moved into your sign. And Venus is at home in Libra. She's very strong in Libra. So when Venus crosses your ascendant, which she's already in at this full moon, Venus has just moved into Libra in October. I think late October she moved into Libra. So she's going to cross your ascendant, and that can bring new love. If you're not involved in a relationship, Venus can bring new love, an opportunity for love. If you're already in a relationship, it can bring greater harmony in your, or your appearance. This is a great time if you're wanting to do any kind of makeover when Venus is in your first house. Now's the time to do a makeover. Now's the time you're going to be looking more attractive, you're going to be more charming, more sociable. So when Venus was in your 12th house, you were more secretive, you weren't really into socializing, which is unusual for a Libra, but you were kind of keeping to yourself. Now that Venus is in your first house, she's going to bring opportunity for love your way. So it's a good time if you're looking for a relationship. It's a good time to be you right now with Venus in the first house. And Venus is opposing Chiron in the 7th house. So you have some wounds around relationships. Maybe you need to have a healing conversation in a relationship. So if you're in a relationship and you want to fix it and you want to make it better, now's a great time to talk about what you need and to work that out. If you're looking for a new relationship, this new relationship can represent healing for you. So if you're not in a relationship and you meet someone and you start a relationship while Venus is in your first house opposing Chiron, I think the person can really offer healing to you. So if you've been through a difficult time, this could be a time of healing in love. Now, Jupiter conjuncts Pluto in your 4th house on the 12th. So that can bring some kind of opportunity. If you're looking for a new house, or you're looking to make changes, or maybe you're needing money to finance a new home, that could happen when Jupiter and Pluto can bring, it's a wealth building aspect. It's also represents powerful change. So it could be some powerful changes going on around the home where you just feel like you need to expand your home in some way. You're feeling like you want to move into a new home. And when Jupiter's in the 4th house, it's a good time to find that perfect living situation and to make that change. Because you have Pluto's going to stay in your 4th house for another couple of years, another 3 or 4 years. But Jupiter is going to be leaving by the end of this year. Jupiter's going to move into Aquarius with Saturn. So you've been having a lot of home issues over the past couple of years. Really intense, especially this past year. And that pressure is going to be relieved as Saturn and Jupiter move into the 5th house. Then the focus will be on children and romance. And so get your house in order this month. If you need to move or you need to fix up your home, get it where that becomes your sanctuary, because then you can focus your energy somewhere else. Let's see what else is happening. Then Mars goes direct. Now, Mars is in your 7th house. So if you haven't... Okay, so Mars in the 7th house. If you're in a relationship, you might have been fighting a lot. And especially as Mars goes retrograde, it's been hard to resolve issues with Mars in retrograde. You may just feel like, I don't have the energy to deal with this. I can't, I just can't fight anymore. When Mars starts to move forward, you're going to, because wherever Mars is, that's where your energy is. So Mars energy in the 7th house, you can fix what's wrong with the relationship. You can focus on the problems and fix them and work through them, or you could decide, I just want to leave. It could work either way. If you're not in a relationship, though, Mars moving forward in your 7th house, you're going to go out and try and get one. It gives you the energy, like, I have to find someone. I need to be in a relationship. I'm going to take action. Mars is about taking action, being assertive, being aggressive. So it's a good time, once Mars goes direct, to put your energy, if you're not happy in a relationship, either fix it or leave it or find something new if you're not in a relationship. Mars will help you to do that. there may be some power struggles at this new moon in Scorpio. The new moon in Scorpio is going to be in your second house. And that's the house of money, self-worth, values. What do I value? My possessions. So you have an opportunity to make, maybe there's a new job on the horizon that's going to bring more money into your life. Jupiter and Pluto, because this new moon is sextile Jupiter and Pluto. And Jupiter and Pluto are in your fourth house. So there could be some new beginning happening around the home that's really transformative, that's going to change your living situation. Mercury in the second house is opposing Uranus in the eighth house. So there could be some surprises when it comes to financial matters. And Venus in the first is squaring Pluto in the fourth. You may have some power struggles with someone in the home. If you're wanting to make certain changes and your partner's not, some of you might be arguing over how to best change things. Maybe you want to do some renovation. Sometimes when Pluto goes through the fourth house, people want to redecorate or renovate, like tear things down, rebuild. Because that's what Pluto represents, tearing down and rebuilding. And Jupiter represents expansion. So you might want to add an extension to your home or expand your house in some way to make it more comfortable. But you might get into power struggles over, those issues. If what you're wanting to do is different than what your partner's wanting to do. So for those of you who are partnered, you might be butting heads over where to live and how to decorate the house, how to expand the house. For those of you who are not partnered, there could be a new romance that brings passion to your home, that transforms your life in some way. So be open to the new, because you have opportunities that are going to be popping up that are going to change your life in a big way, from the ground up. So you don't have to exist in a situation where you're not happy. Let go of anything that's not working and make the changes. Take that step. Take that, don't be afraid to take action. I think that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Libra. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button if you want to hear more. If you want to have a private reading where we talk about your specific situation, click on the link in the description box and it'll take you to my website. And so I just want to say thank you, everyone, for supporting this channel. Thank you for those who are leaving comments and ordering readings. I really value and appreciate your support. If you're new, welcome. And I hope you have a wonderful November. Happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating in the United States. And I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.